Real. It's another Gettin Real with Ashleydawn. So, this one, I want to talk to you about something, and that is being single is your superpower. And you are going to ask me, Ashleydawn, didn't you just upload a video the other day, last week, about how you don't want to be single? Didn't you just do that? Didn't you just tell us how you were praying for a godly man? Didn't you just tell us how you wanted a relationship? Didn't you just tell us that? Yes, I did tell you that. And I was not lying. I genuinely want a relationship, and I genuinely want a best friend and a partner and a husband for the rest of my life. And all those three things are together as one person. I want a marriage like my mom and daddy. I want a man that is romantic and loving and kind and will lay his life down for me, and we will make memories together and take pictures together and go on road trips and do fun stuff together. And I want a best friend that I can laugh with and cry with and hold hands with and cuddle and make out and do married people stuff. I want all of that. But right now I don't have it. And the Bible says, I believe it's in Corinthians, that if you're wanting something that you don't have, essentially it's going to steal from the now. You're going to be so focused on what you want and where you want to be that you won't appreciate the season right now. Being single in this season, if you are indeed in this season single, is your superpower. Why? Paul talks about in Corinthians that if you are unmarried, remain unmarried because you can better glorify God. Does that mean that married people can't glorify God? No, it doesn't. It just means that when you're married, your focus is on your spouse. So if you're a woman, your focus is on your husband is focusing on you. Yes, you both should be going to God, right? Husband, wife, God, and meeting each other at that focal point. But you're going to be laying your life down for their needs, right? You're going to be cooking, you're going to be cleaning, you're going to be doing little chores around the house together. Not one person, both people together. You both live in the house, you both clean the house. You both eat the food, you both cook it. You take turns. It's a partnership. Partners work together. So, if you're single, you have a better chance to focus on the things that you need. You don't have to look to the needs of your husband or to the needs of your kids. You literally can be laser focused to your dreams and your desires. I was talking to my friend this morning, and we were talking about one of my goals is I want to have my own house. And so that's a goal I'm working towards. Another goal is I have books that I want to write. There are several of them, and I've been working on that. Not as much as I should be, but I need to do that. There are lots of different things that I want to do, desires that I have. And when I'm in a relationship, I focus so much on helping the other person, helping them with their business, helping, whatever they need, being there for them, that sometimes I lose focus of the things that I want because I'm so busy looking to the needs of others. Whereas when you're single, you can just be selfish. You can look at what you want, where you want it, how you want it. When you're in a relationship, you really can't do that. It won't work. If you're selfish, that relationship is not going to last. But when you're single, you can be selfish because it's just you. So, with that to say, well, why is being single your superpower? Because you can be laser focused on your tasks at hand. What makes a superhero a superhero? They fix problems. They save the town. They save the world, right? Different superheroes save different things. Different superheroes do different things. But essentially, a superhero fixes problems. What better way to fix a problem if you can be laser focused on fixing it? You only have to worry about yourself. Look at Christmas. When you're single, you don't have to get a gift for anybody. You don't. Birthdays, you don't have to get a gift for anybody. Valentine's Days, you don't have to get a gift for anybody. You can use all that money that you would be spending on somebody else on yourself. Is there a loan that you have that you want to pay off? You got some student debt? Do you have car payments that you want to pay off? You can do that. You can be laser focused to what you want or what you need. Maybe you want to sign up for an art class. All that free time that you have, that if you were in a relationship you would be spending with your significant other, spend with yourself. Go sign up for that class you've always wanted to do. Go do a hobby that you've always wanted to do. I'm getting ready to go see my friend Nicole, and she does aerial silks. That's a hobby that she picked up. That's something that she wanted to do. Well, guess what? She has time to do it because she's single. If she had a boyfriend, she practices a lot. She has a full-time job and she practices and she has hobbies. She wouldn't have time for him. But where she's single, she has time to do the things that she wants. Being single is a superpower. In the Bible, Paul is very clear about it. If you don't have a desire to get married, don't. Actually, it's better if you don't get married, if you remain single. It does say that if you burn with passion, that it's better for you to marry. And I do believe if you have a desire to be married, yes. I do not want you to completely take away that desire. I believe that God gives us the healthy desires that we have, and I believe that wanting a husband is a healthy desire. However, if you want a husband because you think it'll make you more of a woman, or you think it'll make you, more successful, or, for financial purposes, if it's anything other than to have a partner and to have a best friend for the rest of your life, it might be the wrong motives, and God's not going to bless the wrong motives. So I would question your motives, and I would, pray about them. But right now, regardless if you want to be in a relationship or you don't want to be in a relationship, if you're single right now is your time to do all the things that you've always wanted to do. You want to go skydiving? Go do it. You want to learn to parasail, or not parasail, what's that? Windsurf. Go do it. What's stopping you? Nothing. You have all the time in the world because you're single. You don't have kids to take care of. You don't have a husband, or if you're a man, you don't have a wife to take care of. Now is the best time in your life because you have all this free time to do the things that you want to do. A lot of times what happens is when people are single, they're miserable and all they want is a relationship. And so they spend all their single time focusing on a relationship and being just so just annoyed and so heartbroken that they don't have their relationship, that one day they get one and then they look back at all the time that they wasted and they say, oh man, when I was single, I had all the time in the world, and now I've got 5 kids and a husband, and now I can't paint. I used to love to paint and now I don't have time to. Well, don't waste your singleness. Don't waste your singleness. You want to travel the world? Go do it. You want to do insert thing here? Go do it. You have a bucket list that you want to check off? Go do it. Do not wait for somebody to come along in your life, because you'll be waiting forever and you'll miss out on right now. Today should not be wasted just because you're single. Go live your best life. Guess what? Do you see anyone in my passenger seat? No. Am I going somewhere? I sure am. Am I going to sit at home? No, I'm not. Just because I'm single? No, I'm not. I'm not the kind of girl that sits at home. I sure ain't. And I highly encourage you not to be the kind of girl that sits at home either. Why? Why are you going to sit at home? Because you're single? That ain't no reason. That ain't no reason to sit at home. You can go do something fun. Go do something fun. Don't sit at home. Don't waste your years of singleness wishing and longing for a relationship so much that you stop living the life that you're living right now. Guess what? It's cheaper to travel alone. It's cheaper. And that's another thing. There is such a lie. I know there's a lot of people struggling financially right now in COVID. And I saw the other day, one of my friends had posted something on their Facebook saying something to the extent of, do you want to get together and share rent? Basically saying, like, I'm single and I can't afford to pay my rent, so I'm going to hook up with you and we can share rent. Like, a relationship shouldn't be based on the fact that you can pay your bills better with them. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, because here's the thing. All of your bills are still all of your bills, regardless if you have someone in your life or not. When you get in a relationship, you're essentially doubling your bills. So the idea of, well, we're moving in together to save on money. You're not saving money. You literally just doubled your bills. So you shouldn't get into a relationship for that reason. And then you say, well, I'm horny and I want to have sex, and I want to sow my wild oats, or insert stupid thing people say here. Okay. You get into a relationship to have sex. Well, guess what? That sex is going to get old really fast. Because if that's all that it is sex, you're not going to have a basis for a relationship. You can't have sex 24 hours a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You can't have sex all of them, or you'll probably have a medical condition. Just being real. What else are you going to do? You're going to talk. Well, if you're not with each other because you genuinely care about each other, you're going to have nothing to talk about. Do you see what I mean? Don't get into a relationship just to have one. Instead, use this time that you are single to make your life better. What kind of things do you like to do? Do you like to cook? Go to cooking classes. What hobbies do you have? Do that. Don't waste this time that you're single. Oh, one day when I meet someone, oh, I'm just going to be on this dating app and I'm going to scroll until I find the one. How about you stop? How about you stop scrolling? How about you stop? Where am I going to find him? Where is he going to be? I got to go to this place and I got to be dressed up and I got to be seen. I have this one friend that always says she's husband shopping wherever she goes. And, I can tell when she's husband shopping because she will be decked to the nines. Full makeup, full hair, full outfit, full dress, full skirt, whatever. And I'm like, you don't have to do all that. If you took all the time that you're preparing yourself to husband shop, or you could be a guy, you could be wife shopping, whatever, and you instead invested in yourself, invested in your dreams, invested in your goals, having a relationship is not a dream. It's not a goal. Like, that's not your worth. Your worth is not in who you're with. It's in who you are. Because here's the deal. My mom lost her husband in a sense. I mean, they'll always be married and they'll always be in love, but he's not here right now. So if she put all of her worth and all of her being and all of her life into him, she'd be a mess right now. And yes, she is kind of a mess and she does love him, but she's still living her life. She's still gardening. She's still doing the things that she loves. Is she dating? No. Will she ever? No. She loves my dad. She's committed to my dad, even in his absence. But she hasn't stopped living just because my dad's not here. Why? Because her identity was never my dad. She has her own identity. He had his own identity. You have to have your own identity. And if you're constantly husband shopping and constantly wife shopping, I can bet that you don't have your own identity because you're constantly looking for someone to add value to your life. You don't need anyone to add value to your life, because here's the deal. If they add value to your life, if they make your life better by being in it, guess what? They take away value when they're gone. I don't want nobody taking away my value just because they ain't with me. No, I bring my full self to the table and I want them to bring their full self to the table. And in that, our full selves can glorify God and can build a really healthy relationship. The problem is you have half people that are going around trying to find another half person to be whole. No, you're not a half of a person. You're a whole person. The reason that you're a half of a person is because you're allowing yourself to be. Because instead of working on you, it's just easier if you just pour everything you have into them. Well, here's the deal. That only works when you're mutually pouring into each other in a marriage. You're committed to one another and you're constantly taking care of one another's needs, one another's desires, whatever. If you're single, you should not be pouring your entire identity into another person. You should be going to God first, and then you should be becoming the person that He wants you to be. There's a marriage book called Becoming One, and I believe it's by Tony Evans. Or no, not Tony Evans. Yeah. What? Jimmy Evans. always get them mixed up. Jimmy Evans. It's from Jimmy Evans. Jimmy and Karen Evans have Marriage Today, I think it's called, and they have Marriage on the Rock. They have a lot of incredible resources for marriages, couples, and they do a lot of conferences also for couples that are struggling in their marriage. I know because I went to some. But they talk about becoming a whole person first. Not looking at a relationship as the end-all, be-all, but being a full person first. That is such a beautiful car. Can y'all see it? The yellow one right there. Bam. So pretty. I love vintage cars. That's just a little side note. You're welcome. But you have to be a whole person. Somebody is not going to complete you. You know who completes you? Jesus. Jesus completes you. No person is going to complete you. Because guess what? If they can complete you, they can incomplete you. What if my entire identity was wrapped in my ex-husband? Guess what? When he broke my heart and was unfaithful to me, my identity would have been broken too. But it wasn't, because I was a full person before I met him. And guess what? I'm still that full person after. And I will say that when I have been single, I'm currently single now, but when I have been single, like before I met my ex-husband, I had been single for quite a while. I was so on fire for God, and I was doing amazing, incredible things because all of my time and all of my focus was like laser centered. And right now, I am focusing on my goals. I am focusing on my dreams. I am laser centered. But in the past, when I've been dating, I haven't been laser centered because I've been thinking, well, what does he think? What is he thinking? Is he texting me? Is he calling me? Are we going on a date? What should I wear? What should I do? What should I get him for Christmas? What should I get him for his birthday? What should I get him for Valentine's Day? You're constantly thinking about different things. But when you are single, you are laser focused on your goal. Being single is your superpower because it helps you to be focused. When you're in a relationship, your focus is on them. Well, your focus is spread around a bunch of different things. Your focus is on God, it's on them, it's on yourself. You have to kind of share. And in marriage, you have to share. You have to share your attention with your husband, with your wife, with your kids. It's not all for yourself. You can't watch whatever you want on TV. You got to share the remote. You pick this time, I'll pick next time. You can't do whatever you want without consulting or asking anyone else what the plans are for the weekend. You're single, you can do whatever you want. You can get in your car, you can go wherever you want, you can do whatever you want. You are footloose and fancy free, baby girl or baby boy, if you're a guy and you're watching. So often, all we think about is, well, I need somebody. I want somebody. That's great. That's awesome. You can want a relationship all day long, but focus on yourself. Be selfish. You're allowed to be. You're single. Do that thing you've always wanted to do. Do you know something I've always wanted to do? Go to the Grand Canyon. And in the back of my head, stupidly, I have been like, well, I want to wait to share that moment with someone special. Well, guess what, baby girl? You're still waiting. You're 34 years old and you're still waiting to go to the Grand Canyon because you're waiting to share it with somebody. Heck freaking no. Excuse my language. But heck no. Stop waiting to live your life. Stop waiting to do that thing you've always wanted to do because you want to share it with somebody. Here's the deal. You start dating somebody, you share that experience with someone, and then they break up. You break up, and you're like, dang it. I waited all this time to share this experience with somebody, and we're not even together anymore. Do it now. Do it now. You're single. Get some girlfriends. Rent an RV. Drive your little happy butt to the Grand Canyon. Go take some pictures and have a good time. Stop waiting to live your life until someone else comes into it. Live your life now. Live your best life now. Because guess what? When you do get into a relationship, when you do have kids, you're not going to have all the time to do all the things that you could be doing right now. You're not. You're not. You have all the time in the world in your hands right now as a single person. Even if you're in school, even if you're working, even if you have side gigs, whatever. You have time right now that you'll never have again. Use it! Use it. It's your superpower. Think about if superheroes, let's just say, I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. Let's say Superman. Okay, let's say Superman. Do you ever realize why superheroes never were married. Like, they had little girlfriends that sometimes would like pop in and out, but they were never married. Why? Because waking up in the middle of the night to go save the city would probably make their wife mad. Think about it. And I know that superheroes are fictitious, I know. But I'm just saying, superheroes didn't have wives. Their focus was on being a superhero. Being single is your superpower because your focus is on exactly what God has for you, or it should be. Focus on you. What dreams do you have? Do you want to get your master's degree? Go get it. I just had a friend that just got her master's in psychology. Guess why? Because she's single. My other friend, Mandy Hale, she is an incredible writer. She's an author. She just wrote Don't Believe the Swipe. It's a book about being single. She also authored The Single Woman and Beautiful Uncertainty, and she has all these amazing resources about being single. Guess what? She wouldn't have them if she wasn't single. She wouldn't have time to be writing as much as she does, and she wouldn't have all the wisdom that she has had she not been single. Being single is her superpower, and I'm sure it annoys her and frustrates her, and I know these things because I read her books, but sometimes being single is God's greatest gift to us. It is. Sometimes being single is the greatest, most loving thing God can give us because He's giving us time to do all the things we've ever wanted. And we drag our feet and we complain, and I say we because I'm talking about me too. We complain and we're frustrated. God, why don't I have a boyfriend? God, why don't I have this? God, why don't I have this? And He's like, whoa. Why are you yelling at me? I, in my love for you, have given you all this free time. You are welcome. You are welcome. Don't be mad at me because I gave you free time to do all the things that you've ever wanted to do. Don't be mad at me that I have freed your life to go after the things that you've dreamt of. You're welcome. I've given you this time in your life to be selfish, to go after the things that make your heart smile, to not have to worry about the responsibility of anyone else. And you're not even seeing it. Sound familiar? Yes. It sounds just like my life. So often I get upset with God and I'm like, I'm such a good girl. Why don't I have a good guy in my life? And God's like, I know you're a good girl. I know who you are. You don't have to remind me. I've given you this time so that you can write that book that you've been having on the shelf for about 10 years. I'm giving you this time so that you can build your speaking ministry, so that when you go speak, you'll have more to talk about. I'm giving you this time. It's a gift. You're welcome. Unwrap it. Use it. Enjoy it. But I'm like, but God, I don't know that I want this gift. Can I have a different gift? It's like the white elephant exchange when you're like trying to get somebody else's gift. Well, I really like that. Can I have that instead? And God's like, just unwrap your gift. Just unwrap your gift. Stop worrying about their gift. Unwrap yours. But we're so busy looking at their, oh God, look at their marriage. God, look at their kids. Oh, look at that new Instagram picture they just posted. God, look at the vacation they're going on. God, I really want that gift. Can I just have that gift, God? And He's like, open your gift. Stop crying and open your gift. Your gift fits you better. Your gift is going to make you happier than that gift would. That gift would not fit you. That gift would not make you happy. But we're so busy looking at other people's gift. But I want that one. God, their Facebook post, I want that one. God has given you the gift that you need. Maybe it's time for you to open your eyes and see it and look at it and unwrap it. Maybe, just maybe, He wanted you to watch this video so that you would hear me talking, so that you would unwrap your gift in this season of singleness. And I guarantee you that that gift is going to be better than the one that you're so busy focusing on, that you're so busy asking Him for. That gift won't fit you, but your gift will. Being single right now in this season is your superpower, if you allow it to be. If you allow it to be. So my encouragement to you today is allow your singleness to be your superpower. Allow it to be a blessing to you instead of a hindrance. I love you, but more importantly, God loves you. You are seen, you are celebrated, and you are loved. And He has good plans for you in this season. He does. But part of you seeing that is opening your gift. So do that. I love y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one.